Tonight before you go to bed, you will put a piece of mass-produced plastic into your mouth and scrub your teeth for 2 full minutes. You do it because you believe those thousands of synthetic bristles are actively destroying the dangerous bacteria threatening your teeth. But you are wrong. In reality, a toothbrush is just a piece of dead plastic. It cannot kill a single bacterium. It only scrapes them around. In 2015, medical researchers ran deep penetrating CT scans on the skulls of humans buried under the ash of Pompeii. They expected to find rotting, ancient decay. Instead, they found an entire civilization with remarkably perfect, healthy teeth. And they achieved it 2,000 years before the toothbrush was ever invented. Because the real biological fortress isn't what you hold in your hand. It's an invisible chemical factory hiding right behind your tongue. And the harsh products you buy to clean your mouth might actually be destroying your body's most critical natural defense. So how did an entirely useless piece of plastic become the most trusted medical tool in your house? The answer is a brilliant 100-year-old corporate illusion. Before 1938, if people cleaned their teeth at all, they used animal hair. They used stiff boar bristles attached to carved bone handles. But animal hair trapped moisture. It harbored disease. It rotted rapidly. Then came DuPont's invention of synthetic nylon. Suddenly, humanity had a cheap, mass-produced tool that felt sterile, looked industrial, and promised absolute dental hygiene. They didn't just sell a brush. They sold psychological comfort. We began to treat our mouths like a dirty kitchen counter. We treated the toothbrush like an abrasive sponge. But bacteria do not live on your teeth as isolated, vulnerable microorganisms. They build a living, impenetrable shield called a biofilm. A toothbrush works purely through brute physical force. It breaks off the top layer of this biofilm matrix. It sweeps away loose debris. But it kills nothing. When you rinse your toothbrush under warm tap water and put it back in the holder, those surviving bacteria don't vanish. They multiply directly on the damp nylon bristles overnight. The tool you blindly trust to sanitize your mouth often becomes the exact vehicle reintroducing pathogens into your gums every single morning. So, modern humans found themselves in a bizarre dilemma. We manufactured a tool that cleans through mechanical friction, but that tool leaves the microscopic living threat entirely alive. Therefore, we assumed our mouths were fragile, defenseless biological zones, in desperate need of heavy chemical intervention. We invented harsh chemical mouthwashes. We flooded our bathroom cabinets with antibacterial agents, designed specifically to wipe out 99.9% of all bacteria in a nuclear strike on our own biology, which turned out to be a catastrophic misunderstanding of human evolution. You see, your mouth is not a kitchen sink waiting to be disinfected. It is a highly specialized, self-regulating biological warfare arena. And its primary weapon is something you produce every second without thinking: your saliva. While a plastic bristle can only push bacteria around, your saliva contains an arsenal of targeted biochemical killers. It is a liquid security force. First, it deploys lysozyme. This is an ancient enzyme that literally punctures the cell walls of harmful bacteria, causing them to immediately burst open and disintegrate. Second, it releases lactoferrin. Harmful oral pathogens require iron to survive and build their protective biofilms. Lactoferrin acts like a chemical vacuum. It absorbs every free iron molecule in your mouth, essentially starving dangerous bacteria to death before they can build their shields. Third, it constantly secretes bicarbonate ions. When bad bacteria consume sugar, they excrete a harsh acid that dissolves tooth enamel. Your saliva neutralizes that acid within seconds, redepositing calcium and phosphate directly back into your teeth. Your toothbrush simply removes the physical trash. But your saliva is the active security force. And when you aggressively strip away this natural balance with harsh antibacterial chemicals, you don't just destroy bad bacteria. You disarm your entire biological defense system. For decades, scientists treated the oral microbiome as nothing more than a source of decay. But in the early 2000s, researchers discovered a terrifying connection that proved just how vital your mouth's natural bacteria really are. Medical scientists noticed a strange, isolated pattern. When patients routinely used strong, antiseptic antibacterial mouthwashes designed to kill all bacteria, their blood pressure surged. They weren't changing their diets. They weren't stopping their exercise routines. The only variable was the neon liquid they swished for 30 seconds every morning. At first, it made no sense. How could cleaning your mouth change the pressure inside your cardiovascular system? The answer unveiled a hidden biological symbiotic loop. When you eat leafy greens, your human body cannot convert those nutrients into nitric oxide, the key molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and expand. Instead, your body relies on highly specialized, beneficial bacteria living on the very back of your tongue. Those specific bacteria absorb the nutrients. When you swallow your own saliva, your stomach acids finish the job, dilating your arteries and keeping your blood pressure perfectly stable. When people used nuclear-strength antibacterial washes to eradicate mouth germs, they slaughtered these specialized tongue bacteria. We built a plastic brush and a chemical bottle to fight a monster, and in the process, we accidentally severed a vital lifeline keeping our cardiovascular system alive. The world is full of these hidden mechanisms, where human engineering tries to forcefully replace a natural process it barely understands. But if you think your morning routine is the only everyday feature hiding a bizarre biological history, look down at your dinner plate. You are likely about to eat a piece of chicken, assuming it was always raised as a humble, harmless farm food. You have no idea that for thousands of years, humanity flatly refused to eat it. If you want to discover the violent, hidden history behind the most eaten animal on Earth, click the video on your screen right now.